And we're back on the Jim Miller for President Sports program, continuing on with our NFL weekend preview and taking a look at some of the storylines, some interesting, some of them not so interesting.
Yeah, we had to break this segment up. Just took too much. I thought we were going to be able to whip through these, but you and I cannot whip through anything.
Oh, well, so. we like to talk a lot. You know,
yeah, we do. All right, let's move on. We stopped with the game of the week, Bears-Packers. We'll move on to Jacksonville and Houston.
So these are the later games happening about 4:15, most of these.
Storyline.
All right, here we go. The Jags have tumbled late again, but could still get in with a victory and a Colts loss, but that probably won't happen. But this is a matchup of two division rivals that just can't get over the hump and make it in the postseason.
David Garrard as well as Maurice Jones-Drew, their two best players, will not be playing. Will not be playing in this game, and those are their two best players.
That's very important.
And if they're not playing, Texans are going to take advantage. Matt Schaub's a great quarterback. He's the only guy on the team. The Texans have the worst pass defense in NFL history. That's bad.
Yeah.
So I think the Texans are going to. I think they're going to roll the Jaguars because David Garrard's backup is Trent Edwards. Who,
Trent Edwards
used to be on the Bills.
Yeah.
And if the Bills get rid of you, like how much lower can you get?
Yeah.
So, I think Schaub's going to have a pretty easy time. I think the Jaguars are going to go quietly to 8-8.
It's quite unfortunate, the great moments they had this season.
They did. They had a 59-yard field goal to beat the Colts. They had that Hail Mary against the Texans the first time around.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I mean, it's unfortunate to see such a great team.
It was a productive season. And I think, they can... If they can stay a little healthier, I think they can take maybe the next step next year and get to 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
It's an exciting time in Jacksonville because their team is going to be moved to Los Angeles soon.
Huh. Well, that's all.
It's a happy thought for the people in Florida.
Yes.
All right, let's go to a. This isn't a paycheck game. This is a pretty big one. Tennessee and Indianapolis. If it's big for no other reason than Peyton Manning's playing. All right, storyline. Go ahead.
A Colts win scores at another AFC South title. There was a controversial ending between these teams under similar circumstances to end the season a few years back. I believe that was to determine whether the Browns got in the playoffs that season.
Was that 07?
07.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't remember that. But
I was paying attention to that game. I wanted the Browns to get in real bad.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. But, it's Peyton Manning. It's at home. Titans are done. They look like they hate their head coach and Jeff Fisher, which is a shame because Jeff Fisher's a great head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, the Titans, just like their AFC South counterparts, the Jaguars, might go quietly in this one, and I think my pick will reflect that. Let's go to the NFC East. Cowboys-Eagles from Philadelphia.
In that last game, once again, the fate of an emotionless team resting on that game. So
Absolutely.
See if it's controversial again, but... Cowboys-Eagles, another big rivalry game. The Eagles are trying to lock down the number 2 seed in the NFC. Jason Garrett is trying to lock down the Cowboys' head coaching job beyond an interim role for next season.
That's all there is, because Vic's not even playing.
Yep.
Okay, it's going to be Kevin Cobb. The Cowboys are starting their third-string quarterback. Where the hell is he? What's his name? Whatever.
So, game, yeah.
Whatever. They're starting their third-string quarterback is the important part of this.
You'd see this any other time, you'd be like, wow, what a great match. But this year, just
it's not, because the Eagles are done as far as just clinching everything.
Yeah.
And with that embarrassing loss to the Vikings, they're just going to sit back and chill, wait to play either the Packers, the Giants, or Bucks next week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Cowboys are a joke this year, or at least they were a joke. Jason Garrett at least got them back to respectability.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he's got a pretty decent shot to keep that head coaching job because of all the labor uncertainty going on in the NFL right now. Okay, time for another paycheck game. I love these. Arizona and San Francisco. Mike Singletary got canned last Sunday. What's the storyline here?
One of my favorite coaches there, but mercifully the season is over for both of these outfits who need to begin 2011 with upgrades at quarterback. Troy Smith not cutting it for the 49ers.
Troy Smith, Alex Smith, Derek Anderson, and John Skelton have all taken snaps for these two teams.
None of them worked.
And I could tell you Max Hall has also taken snaps for the Arizona Cardinals. I only know that because our good friend Andrew Stevens is a Mormon and a BYU fan, and Max Hall is a legendary BYU quarterback.
Yep.
So,
legendary at BYU.
Legendary at BYU.
Yeah, it doesn't really count.
Legendary for the Mormons.
Yes.
So, I mean, when you got 5 guys that have played quarterback for 2 teams, you got a problem. And the 49ers are at least somewhat talented on the rest of the football team. This game sucks. All the way around. It's just, this game's a joke. And it's just, if you are in an area where you don't have DirecTV, and this game is on in California or Arizona where the 2 teams are from, and you're forced to watch this, I'm so sorry. I would suggest going to the movies, maybe playing a little checkers with your grandma. Do something. Don't watch this. This is going to be awful. And this Who Has the Edge little graphic here, it's even because both teams are so bad no one wants to pick. All right, let's go to something that isn't as painful. Giants-Redskins. Somewhat interesting. If the Giants win and the Packers lose, they're in.
Is Sexy Rexy starting again?
Yes, he is.
All right.
The legendary Rex Grossman.
His career is getting some redemption here. Yeah, the Giants are trying to curtail a late season collapse in which they went from a likely division title to the brink of missing the playoffs in just 6 quarters.
How quickly things change, but then when you turn the ball over 6 times in a game, which they did against Green Bay, things like that happen.
Yeah.
Suddenly Tom Coughlin's on the hot seat. I mentioned earlier in a segment that he might be fired. On a serious note, I don't think he should be fired. I think you give him another shot because he won a Super Bowl for you, and he's Tom Coughlin, and he's somewhat awesome. And he's got a nice little edge to him. He can handle the New York media well, and you can't find anybody else to handle the New York media well. Because Rex Ryan's having a tough time. We'll get to that. So, just your regular run-of-the-mill. It's in all likelihood it's a meaningless game because I think the Packers are just going to win. But Giants-Redskins, it used to be a really good rivalry. Now it sucks. Okay, and a meaningful paycheck game, if there was such a thing.
Oh, all right.
To win the crappy NFC West, Rams, Seahawks.
I'm loving this one.
NBC got this as their night game.
This is great.
And if I was NBC, why would you get that? The ratings are going to be bad. I might not even watch.
Hey, I'm watching this one, man.
Really? Okay.
I'm tuning into this one.
Okay.
The NFC West Championship game. Can Seattle win a division at 7-9 with Charlie Whitehurst at the helm? Or can the Rams win in what, over the years, has been a very tough road environment with rookie Sam Bradford at the helm? Look, I'm going to edge to the Seahawks for this one, Ryan.
This is... this is terrible. The Seahawks could win the division at 7-9. Could win the division at 7-9. One more time. The Seahawks could win the division with 7 wins to their name. 7-9, 5 years ago, got you a top 10 pick. And they're going to be in the playoffs. This is ridiculous. The system isn't ridiculous. I just think they suck. I don't want to change the playoffs. People want to change the playoffs because this has happened once. Whatever. Let's pick games. That'll make me feel better if we talk about picking games. We're going to do this Vegas. Do we have enough time?
Probably
Oh,
not.
sure we do.
Oh, okay. Let's do it in a minute.
All right. No, we got 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, let's do this. We're doing it Vegas style. Do you know how lines work?
Somewhat. I have an idea.
Just enough. Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
To help you out. We'll go. The order we're going to do it is Kansas City, Oakland, New England, Miami, Indianapolis, Tennessee, Houston, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. You get the idea. We're going to go all the way down the list here. The lines are from footballlocks.com. So, if we're going to pick it against the Vegas line, Kansas City, Oakland. Kansas City's the home team. They are favorited by 3.5 against Oakland. You know what? I'm going to say Kansas City rests their players. I'm going to take Oakland in the points.
Wow, you're taking Oakland?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and say Kansas City.
Okay.
Just because
They're not going to rest anybody? You're going to go out there and play hard?
Yeah, I think they'll play hard.
All right. New England and Miami. New England's at home. They're a 4.5-point favorite. This should be more points.
Oh, yes, definitely.
New England's going to play their guys, and they're going to win by way more than 4.5. New England. Big.
Yeah. I'm picking New England as well. Tom Brady.
Now, if they rest their starters, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Because Miami, I don't think Miami's going to rest anybody.
Well,
But then again, they don't have anybody to
if
rest.
New England rest their starters, it might just become a little more competitive, but
never
I'm
know.
still picking the Patriots for that one.
Indianapolis and Tennessee. Indianapolis is at home. 9.5-point favorite. I think that's too many points. I don't care. Give me 18. Give me Peyton Manning.
The fate of the Jacksonville Jaguars
take
coming
the
out of
Colts.
this game, but I'm also taking the Colts in this one.
Okay.
Peyton Manning's got some redemption to do as well.
Yeah, I'll take, Texans and Jaguars. Houston's at home. 3-point favorite. Those are the 3 points for just being at home. Jacksonville is playing Trent Edwards at quarterback. That's all you need to know. Give me Houston.
Exactly.
By more than 3.
Really missing Maurice Jones-Drew and everything for Jaguars. I'm going to go with Texans on that one.
All right, Pittsburgh's a 5.5-point favorite at Cleveland. Steelers. The Steelers might not win by 5.5. So just because I don't think they can cover, I'll take Cleveland.
Oh, you're taking Cleveland?
Yeah, just because I don't think Pittsburgh can cover.
Well, I don't think Cleveland's going to win this big game at the end of the year against Pittsburgh for 2 straight times, so I'm going to go pick Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh will win. Let me just make this clear. I think Pittsburgh will win the game outright, but I'm picking Cleveland because I don't think Pittsburgh can cover. So technically I'm picking Pittsburgh, but I'm picking Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how this works. Okay.
All right. Next one.
Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore's favored by 9.5. That's too many points. Carson Palmer played just a tad better against Baltimore, against San Diego last week. Regardless, I'll take Baltimore at home.
I am also going to select Baltimore in this one.
Okay. Minnesota at Detroit. Detroit, 3.5-point favorite.
Ooh.
So they're buying into the Lions hype.
Wow. Over the Minnesota
you know what?
Brett Favre thing. Huh?
If Brett Favre plays or if Joe Webb plays, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Minnesota to win the game.
Oh, yeah. Coming off that win against the Eagles.
Okay, they screwed me. I picked Michael Vick to win 45-0.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll take Minnesota to win and in Detroit.
I'd say...
to cover. I'll take the points.
Yeah, I mean, they're used to playing in domes. Sure, go with the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. All right. Giants at Skins. Giants favored by 4. You know what? Give me Sexy Rexy.
Oh.
I'll take the Skins.
Go with Sexy Rexy.
And to cover. Skins and the points.
I think Tom Coughlin's got some work to do trying to persuade himself that he's still worth it in the job. I'm going to go with Giants on that one.
All right. Game of the week. Dun dun dun.
Woohoo.
Packers. They're playing in Green Bay. Bears at Packers. Packers favored by 9.5. That's too many points. That's too many points. This game is going to come down to a couple plays at the end.
Biggest margin.
I'll take the Bears. I'll take the Bears
to
win.
Ooh. You're picking the Bears?
The Bears, but not the points.
But not the points.
No, because it's not going to be by 9.5.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Bears too. They've been underrated all season. I think they got some work to do, but I think I'm going with Chicago on that one.
Okay. Cowboys at Philadelphia. Philadelphia favored by 6.5. Screw it. I'll take the Eagles. I was thinking about maybe
just going screw it at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philadelphia as well.
This is the most miserable game. Bills at Jets. This sucks. I'm sorry. Sanchez might not play the entire game. Bills and the points. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Harvard. He's a Harvard man, and he plays well when he doesn't throw the 7 interceptions.
Well, I was gonna pick Buffalo too.
Okay,
so
we're both taking the Bills.
I think it'd be so funny just to see them beat the Jets and then Rex Ryan got the
Shut up, Rex Ryan and his feet.
Yeah.
Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta favored by 14. John Fox is leaving. No one cares. Atlanta by more than 14. God damn it.
I'm going with Atlanta as well.
Okay. Yeah. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans favored by 7.5. That's too many points. I don't care. Give me New Orleans. New Orleans doesn't lose in the Superdome.
Yep. I like Tampa Bay in this one. They've been a good story all season, but I'm gonna go with the defending Super Bowl champions.
This is the game NBC flexed, which I can't believe. St. Louis at Seattle. St. Louis a 3-point favorite. You know what? 7-9 in the playoffs. Charlie Whitehurst, give him to me. Seattle and the points. Rookie quarterback not getting in this time.
Oh, really? I'm going to go with St. Louis on that one.
All right. Quickly now, Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco's a 6-point favorite, which is ridiculous. Give me Arizona and the points.
I'm going to go with San Francisco on that one.
All right.
In the wake
San
of
Diego
the
at
Mike
Denver
Singletary.
with Tim Tebow. San Diego's a 3.5-point favorite. I'll take Tebow and the points.
Yeah, I will also go with Tim Tebow. He's got some proving to do. Picking Denver.
We are way past our time. JMFPSP.